remember Uncle telling us, my
Sometimes.
dad and I, Uncle, Kailong, let's go get some bait. So we didn't know, but Uncle told us we're going to bring our shovels and we're going to dig for the pencil clams there on Fiesta Island. So we went out there. I think it's already dark, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, Uncle. You said low tide, so we're out there up to our water, waist to chest deep with a shovel, digging in the mud, looking for clams. And then the next day we used that for bait to catch spot-fin croaker there on Fiesta Island. And in those days, if you don't get up there, out in the island before 5, 6 o'clock, you don't have a spot. Everybody's out there along the north point of Fiesta Island. It's just rows of rods along the beach. If you don't get there early, you don't have a spot. So your grandpa said, you watch. The fish, they're going to start biting, and you're going to see the rods. They're going to start bending, and then it's going to come to our spot, and our rods are going to be bending. Sure enough, we'd be waiting out there, other people waiting, and then you start hearing commotion, people getting excited, and see it at the distance. Oh yeah, people start to catch fish over there. And of course, people want to run over to that spot and start fishing. But your grandpa said, no, we'll wait here for a little while, get our bait out there. Sure enough, in a while, you see the action, the commotion get closer and closer. Sure enough, after a while, we get a hookup, and then our lines get crossed.
Oh no.
But your grandpa taught my mom and my dad, and I wasn't there to see it, but one day my mom and dad were out on the beach. I don't think you were there at that time, Uncle, but when my mom got hooked up with that big spot-fin croaker, my mom was not a fisherman, but one day she caught the biggest fish on the beach. I have to give Uncle credit because he's the one to teach my mom and dad how to fish, how to get their bait, how to select a spot. But one day my mom caught a big spot-fin croaker, biggest one on the beach. Everybody came up to see her fish. They thought she was an expert. No, she's just a novice. Uncle's the one to teach her. But she was really proud that day. Yeah, those are the good old days.
Oh, yes, here's a good, one good story that I remember. There was one day we had a party in their house. A little party, I guess, but we got a little bit loaded.
Meaning drunk. Oh.
Oh wait, Uncle, is this the party that started in Auntie Kunching's house? And ended up at our house? Or is this a different story?
So anyway,
Okay,
we had to go to another party after that. So we had to close the house to go to this other party. And there was your mom and me. And when everybody said, let's go, and nobody wanted to ride with me anymore. They thought I was too drunk. And Benny said, that's okay, Uncle, I'll ride with you. So they all left. We were the last one to leave the house.
They're going to my dad's house.
Benny got locked the house. Would you believe we were the first one to get to
Yeah, we were at Auntie Kunching's house.
We were the first one to get to they were surprised to see us there, and they left us behind.
Yeah, they left Auntie Kunching's house and they went down, they took Highland, the street roads, to go out to our house, which is about 10 miles away. So I've seen Uncle drink before, I knew he was okay, but your mom, she was really upset with your dad because he'd been drinking, so she refused to ride with your dad. But your dad needed somebody to ride with him, and I knew he was okay. I mean, he drank, but he wasn't out of control. So I told him, I'll ride with my uncle. So everybody got in their cars, Auntie Kunching and Uncle Kent and my dad, my mom, they all went. But they took the street with all the stoplights. And Uncle and I, we got on the freeway.
Smart.
We got on Interstate 5. We got home in like 10 minutes. It took them like 30 minutes because of all the stoplights. So when we got home, Uncle and I opened up the house, and Uncle and I were watching TV. And when they came, they were shocked. How did you get here so fast? You're drunk. But Uncle and I had the best laugh because we got there so fast. They thought, no way we're going to get there in time. But your uncle was okay. I mean, you know, there's a limit. And I think your uncle was okay. Now, I wouldn't recommend that to the younger people. If you drink, don't drive.